You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you've got style, the way your body keeps my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you, can't you see? I want you, I believe, 'cause I want you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a brand new speed build, this time something a little bit extra special to me. Now, last weekend I actually celebrated my 1-year YouTube anniversary, and I decided what better way to celebrate than to do a huge dream home build on a 64 by 64 lot. So that's what I've done today, and this is Ocean View. Now I was thinking, what other way can I make this extra special? So as you know, I've been talking for months upon months about streaming to Twitch, and I finally took the plunge after some test streams last week and plunged right into the deep end and decided to do this build on Twitch. So what I'll say first off is part of it was done on Twitch and part of it was done off stream. So you'll see part way through, I'll pop up in a little box and I'll look like a little chipmunk, and you'll see my Twitch user interface. So it will pop on and it will pop off, because I did do some of this build on stream and some of it off stream as well. Now I have to say, it was quite nerve-wracking doing some streaming. I think it's just one of them things that you got to jump in the deep end with, and you know, you just got to get used to it. I think the more the time that goes by, or this is what I keep saying to myself and everybody else, the more time that goes by, the easier it will become. So yeah, I actually built this shell initially off stream, and then I think I went on to do some of the landscaping on stream. But either way, it was a lot of fun and I've had so much support, and I just want to thank everybody as well that did pop over to Twitch and stop by, no matter how long, how small, whether you hosted, viewed, whatever it may be. Thanks so much guys for dropping in, because it's been, well, really appreciated to have that support. So this build is a monster of a house. It's a massive house inside and out. It was built on a 64 by 64 lot in Brindleton Bay. It's a 7-bedroom 6-bathroom build and comes in at just less than 509,000 simoleons. It's also available for download now from the Sims 4 gallery under Origin ID Simkim Builds. You'll always find my builds under hashtag Simkim or Simkim Build. Either one will do. But yeah, this is a beast of a build, and I really enjoyed making it. It took some time, it took some effort, but I say it took some time. The interior of this build, now when I dropped the walls down and I had a look at the size of it, I was like, wow, this is going to take me a full week to do it. Now, as it was, the interior actually came together really fast. It just must have caught me at just the right time, because I managed to sit down and nail this entire interior from the kitchen in about 2 hours, I think it took, from top to bottom. So I was really impressed with myself, and I am quite meticulous about interiors and just the whole build really. I do like to pay attention to detail, so I'll never end a build until I'm completely happy with it. But when I did finally get to the end of it, I was like, wow, I'm actually happy with that. So I was really impressed. I actually impressed myself. So when I came to build this house, I kind of had a huge family in mind. I imagined like this family to be generation upon generation down the line, that they're really wealthy, but they still have lots of young children, maybe grandchildren running around. And I just wanted it to have that real sort of homely feel, that when you walk through the doors, it feels like home. So with that in mind, I wanted it to include lots of things for babies, toddlers, children, teens, pets, you name it. This build was built, it's kind of like the ultimate house. There's not a lot that this house is missing. There are things that are missing from this house, you know, as far as activities and skill building items go. You know, I haven't got like a rocket in or anything like that, but as far as everything that you need for a big family home, I think I pretty much covered it. So at the moment, I'm currently landscaping the front of the house. Now, I would say that even though I did build this for a huge family, whenever I do build huge builds, I like them to look really pretty on the eye, and so I always make a big effort with landscaping to make it look really luscious, and then I go back in and add lots of sort of activities and skill building items and things that I think the Sims would benefit from on the sort of outside of the property. But I think this is actually one of the first huge builds that I've done that I haven't included a pool into the back with. Now, I always end up building a pool, but I thought this time this home has quite a lot of elements for children in it. So I thought instead of building a pool, I'd go ahead and build kind of like an outside play area instead. So I included sort of the children's play frame, as well as I think the big pirate ship as well. And I put some a little toddler slide in there and some bits and bobs. I also included like a little area to do gardening, because I think that's pretty much a must with most Sims houses, or at least the ones that I build anyway. I always try and put in, you know, some planter boxes, and I also put in like a washing line, a little place where you can scrub your clothes, although obviously this house has got a built-in washer and dryer. But the outside of this was quite challenging to a degree, because for some reason I've had this bug before with this particular lot, and it doesn't save the terrain. Now, obviously, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that not that long ago, my hard drives went bust and I lost my entire save game. So my Sims game is a fresh install. So I can't see it being a bug, you know, like the usual where they ask you to delete your cache and things like that. But luckily, I only had to redo it twice, and then for some reason it miraculously worked and saved the terrain. So that was a bit time consuming. But yeah, I'd say other than that, the landscaping to this is pretty straightforward. There isn't anything really special that stands out. It's just, like I say, probably the only difference with me is that I did the children's play area instead of having a big pool. But yeah, I'd say this house is lined with lots and lots of lush plants, and just what I'd expect from a house of this size. So when I came to edit this video, I was actually missing footage from the living room and the dining room, so both of those aren't included, although there is a second living area anyway, which was included. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but I have included plenty of screenshots at the end of this video, and included absolutely everything pretty much that I did. I think the only thing that isn't included is possibly the gym that I built. But it isn't always possible for me to fit in every single one of the rooms that I do, because there are a lot of rooms in this house, and it'd be a stupidly long video. But if you wanted to take a close-up of this particular house, it is available, like I say, for download from the Sims 4 gallery now, and there you can probably have you could have a close-up view of everything that I did do in detail. So I'm just finishing off now the exterior, and I am just including the washing line and bits and bobs. But the good thing about this build is the grounds are that huge that if you did want to make an amendment and you did want to add in a pool or a rocket ship or anything like that, there's plenty of space to do it. And whilst I'm on this little section at the back here where I've added this kind of like over bit to the back door, even not the front door, I did also want to mention that was raised up, and I used the bb.moveobjects cheat to achieve that look. Now, if you do want to download any of my builds, it's worth bearing in mind that I always use the Move Objects cheat, and sometimes when you download a build that has used Move Objects, the objects can be misplaced if you don't already have the cheat active. So if you ever download one of my builds and things look like they're not in the right place, try entering the cheat first and then re-downloading it, and hopefully everything should be as it should be. But I'm moving on now to the kitchen, and I kind of built like a kitchen with an archway through to what we would call over in the UK a utility room, which is where you would keep like your washer, your dryer, maybe a sink, just like one of those rooms where you hide all your kind of appliances. And I am absolutely in love with these kitchen units, and I always say that there are certain items that I love building with in game that I have as favourites, and I have to say those kitchen counters that came with, I think it was Jungle Adventure, are one of my favourites at the minute. So yeah, but I quite like that kitchen. I did put in a table and chairs initially. I think that's where I just left it. But I did go back and I swapped them out and put in some kitchen counters, like a circular kitchen counter instead, which I thought just kind of looked a little bit better. But yeah, this is the only living area you capture, and this was one of the smaller ones as well. But I think this one is where I put the TV, and the other bigger adult kind of living area, I didn't put a TV in that. That was kind of like a big adult space, which was more for entertaining, I would say. But this is just like kind of like a chilled living room. Anyone can chill in there. So I did actually move on to upstairs and included quite a lot of the bedroom builds in this build. I did leave out downstairs the gym and the dining room and the living room, I think it was. So you'll just see a lot of the sort of upstairs of this build. So I hope you're all having a fantastic week wherever you are in the world. I'm super excited because my children break up from school today for the Easter holidays, so they're going to be home for a couple of weeks, which I don't know, whenever I speak to other parents are always like, oh, it's the school holidays. But for me, I really enjoy it. I love having them home, and they're all such characters, and it's nice to have the company. The house is too quiet, really, during the day. Even though I've got my youngest daughter, when she goes for a nap and things like that, it does get quite quiet. So it's nice to have them all home. I'm really looking forward to spending some time together as a family. Obviously, I went ahead and took the plunge into Twitch. I will be regularly streaming now. I would say most nights, actually. I'm going to go ahead and say most nights. I will be coming up with a schedule, and you'll be able to find that schedule over on my Twitch channel. It'll be down in the information boxes. I might even include them here as well on my YouTube page, just so that you know when to catch me over there. And if anyone does want to pop over and say hello, feel free to do so. It would be lovely to see you, and if you do want to get in touch in any way, that's probably the best way to do it now. Now, whilst I'm still working on a schedule, without a doubt, it will always be the same sort of hours. So it'll be 8 p.m. UK time, or BST, British, can't even speak, British summertime. Because I do have my children in the day, so I only ever do sort of Twitch once they're well away in bed. So it'll be 8 p.m. UK time until late. But I'll keep you guys posted anyway. But it'd be great to see some faces. It's been really nice actually this week just to see so many people, and I've had a few people come over from YouTube who've wanted to pop in and say hi, and it's really, really nice to finally get to interact with you guys, because I think I was saying actually in one of my videos that it's not very often I really get to interact with you and see what you're doing, and I just think that this would be a really good way to be able to sort of interact with you guys a bit more, because ultimately I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for you. So yeah, be sure to check that out. I'll leave the links in the description box below anyway, so you can catch me on any of those. I've got a Twitter as well. That's always a good place to catch me if you want to get in touch that way as well. So I'm just finishing off this kind of like turret room, which I wasn't really sure what to do with that room because it was off the master bedroom, and I kind of thought I was going to do initially a walk-in wardrobe, and I thought that would be quite fitting for that room. But then I thought, no, I might actually put a nursery on there because I'm currently attempting to do the 100 baby challenge, and I won't even go there. I've been doing it on Twitch and it's nothing but a fail. It is so hard to do that challenge, or it is for me. I mean, I watch UK Simmer, which is aka Lisa, and she's absolutely fantastic at 100 baby challenge. She makes it look so easy, and I kind of thought, oh, what sort of challenge could I do on Twitch? I know what, I'll do 100 baby. Oh, it's a nightmare. Like, I'll be surprised if any of them don't die. It's really quite bad. And in fact, it's easier to look after children in real life than it is to look after them in The Sims. I'm going to say that. I'm living proof. So yeah, I kind of had the whole baby thing in mind, and I thought when I do the 100 baby challenge, I always put their sort of like their cots and stuff in the main bedroom. So I thought, oh well, I'll build a little nursery off the main bedroom. But yeah, you could transform that into whatever you wanted, an office or a walk-in wardrobe, another bathroom, because hey, you can't have too many of them in The Sims. But yeah, I tried to mix kind of like the bedrooms up between girls and boys' rooms. So I think there's a couple of like teen bedrooms. I would say this is like a teen girls bedroom. The previous one was like teen boys bedroom. And then I've done like a toddler boys bedroom, as well as a children's kind of girls and a children's boys room. So I tried to cover, like I say, every eventuality to make sure that everybody kind of had a little place in this home. But I just want to say, as I always say, thank you so much for all your support, from those that have been with me from the very beginning to everybody who is literally just subscribing. It means the world to me, it truly does. I didn't think I would get this far, and it's quite a big achievement for myself, and that's just like for my personal goals. If you like. But if you did like this video, feel free to give me a big thumbs up, just so I know that you're enjoying the content. And if you're not subscribed, please think about sticking around. It would be awesome to have you on board. Some extra faces to get to know. But I'll leave all the links to everything below anyway, all my social media and Twitch and etc. But take care of yourselves, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you've got style, the way your body keeps my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you, can't you see? I want you, I believe, 'cause I want you here with me. I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna go crazy for love. I look at you and know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you've got style, the way your body keeps my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you, can't you see? I want you, I believe, 'cause I want you here with me. I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love, yeah. We do this every day, we do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun